So being a baby name freak, I decided to make a short video on my favorite baby names, and in this edition I'm going to be talking a little bit about my favorite French masculine and feminine baby names. So without further ado, let's dive straight into it, shall we? So number one, we have Sébastien or Bastien, which is, of course, the French equivalent of Sébastien. This was a name that my mother was considering naming me before settling on George, which is like my grandfather's name. Number two, we have Julien, and Julien is, of course, the French equivalent of Julian. I like the spelling, and also it just flows really well. Number three, we have Étienne, which I find really intriguing because not only is it completely eerie when you try to wrap your head around the fact that it's the French version of Stephen, but not just, it has an accent grave over the E, which I think is pretty strange because it used to be spelt with an S between the E and the T, the initial E and the T. I always thought that it would be spelt with an accent circonflexe, as is the case with certain words such as fenêtre, which used to have an S somewhere in there that was replaced with an accent circonflexe. However, it is spelt with an accent grave over the initial E. And finally, Henri, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I think the N is nasalized. So Henri, and it's spelt exactly like Henry, but with an I instead of a Y. So next up, we have the feminine baby names. Number one is not in a particular order, but I have here Maëlys. Maëlys is like a name that I stumbled upon very recently, and I think it has a very nice lyrical sound to it. Next up, we have Iseult, which is, of course, the French version of Iseult, which is I think it's a Germanic name. And the third name on the list is Yvelise, which is one of my absolute favorites. In English, it would be pronounced something like Yvelise, but it's spelled Yvelise, and it's like a portmanteau of Yvette and Lise, Yvelise, and it's a fairly contemporary name. And finally, we have Zénaïde, which is, of course, historical. And that is my list. That is all I have. Thank you. Bye.